G'day everybody. Basically just wanted to hop on YouTube and the socials and bring to you guys a recent project that we have now completed for another trusted partner and client in Tonic Group. So Tonic Group's come to us and asked us if we can build them some custom fabrication, some custom setups for some Mitsubishi Canter 5-ton trucks, specifically for their site requirements. So what we want to do today is just basically do a brief overview of the process that we obviously have gone through to achieve this, and give you a bit of an introduction into the different areas of the business, from obviously myself and initial customer client interaction through to the 3D modelling and design work that Ahmed, the guru, does, and then basically take out and show you the finished product, and then we'll try and get a live testimony from the customer at the end of the job to get their feedback on the whole process and how that went from a business perspective. And yeah, that's what we're up to today. So hang with us and stay tuned, and we'll get through the rest of this video and show you guys what's going on. Right, on to the next part of this video summary. We'll basically step into Ahmed's office and just show you kind of like, how technologically kind of advanced we are here, and then also incorporating that technology into trusted supplier partners that we use to then create, obviously, a beautiful quality finish, which is what we're always trying to aim. So we'll walk into the design brains of the area, and we'll just run through quickly with Ahmed on kind of like what the process was, and just showcase a little bit of our ability and the depth that we kind of went to in order to create exactly what the customer's requirements are and what they ask for in detail. So if you come around here and have a look at the computer screens at the moment, basically what we've got is, when the client came to us, they had sort of given us some chook scratchings on a bit of paper, and this is the end result. And with this setup, so there was what you see on the computer screen here times 3 to go on 3 separate trucks that we got given to us with a brand new tray on. But we sat down with the client after coming up what we thought was an initial concept of design, and then we got them in for a confirmation to make sure that they were happy with what we had designed and that it was going to be fit for purpose, so that we can capture any reiterations or some improvements that need to be made prior to being, obviously, the materials ordered and the manufacturing process starting. Yeah, in this whole build, there was, I think, between 60 to 80 singular components to make up the entirety of this build. And what that kind of then equates to is, because we're utilising CNC technology, we then have to go through and convert those parts, obviously, A, into a step file, B, a DXF file, and then C, a PDF drawing. So there's some, obviously there's some measurements that after the part's created that can be checked against. And what was there, Ahmed? I think by the time we converted all the files and did everything there was close to 300 files, wasn't there?
Plus files, exactly.
Yeah. So guys, it's a big process for anybody out there that thinks, you know, you just create a 3D model and you hit go on the go button and then the next minute you've got this amazing toolboxes. It does not work like that. We put hours into this, hours and hours and hours and hours. So, but the benefit of this is now we can recapture this 3D model and we can make some parent and child relationships and then, you know, do multiple different configurations. So once we've got a base 3D model of this configuration for this truck, A, we can reproduce it at a lower cost, and B, we can change the configuration using this as a template to suit other designs. They might want 8 drawers, 5 deep, 3 shallow, 2 shelves. We can then manipulate this 3D model in the future to capture any other design creation that we might want to achieve for this client or for another client. It doesn't matter. So this kind of ability gives us a bit of a leading edge, and Ahmed is an absolute jet at it. So we're very fortunate to have Ahmed on board here. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll go and have a look at the finished product. We might put a couple of photographs in the video of what all the parts look like when they rocked up, because it was just a workshop floor sea of components ready to be assembled like a jigsaw puzzle. And then, yeah, we'll sort of let you in on what that part of it looks like. And then, of course, there's also the hardware and the locks and the hinges and the, you know, gas struts and the rubber, and ensuring that, you know, those products that we use are of the highest quality that we can get our hands on for the customer relative to their budget. So I think we'll leave this part and we'll head on and we'll actually have a look at the finished product. All right, so this is 98.5% completed, and there was a few little additional extras. You know, we had to source a roof rack because they wanted to reposition the mine spec lighting on this vehicle. They also wanted a drop-down step ladder that we're still waiting to come back from powder coating, from Bunbury Powder Coaters, which do an awesome job, mind you. And yeah, they wanted a bit of a fold-out step here, so it was a little bit easier for some of the shorter guys to reach up here. But up there's, these guys do concreting, chippy stuff, so they wanted a place where they could stick all their profiling tools and screeds and what have you up there. And they obviously wanted to have, you know, a box that was the right size for this tray, utilising as much available space with the box, but retaining as much bed space in the tray so that they can obviously use the truck for loading other parts and bits into. I'll just unlock it. So we use an Australian-made lock that we've created quite a good partnership with in Select Lock. They're a 100% Aussie-made component, and a couple of small things I'd like to mention is that, like, when we do a build like this, we don't just get generically gas struts and put them on the vehicles. We actually have someone that comes in and gasses the gas shock specifically for the weight of the door. So it's not placing extra critical mass on components that it doesn't need to, because it's weighted perfectly for the door. I mean, it's gassed perfectly for the door. So yeah, beautiful boxes. They've turned out absolutely stunning. And we do away in our toolboxes with ball bearing runners and things like that get filled up full of dust and then eventually fail. We have basically a fail, like we've not had callbacks from this design of box and slide. You know, we use like a Teflon plastic at the bottom for our drawer slides, and they slide beautifully. So even over the time, you know, when the powder coat's gone, these drawers still slide in and out beautifully. They also drop down, and you can utilize, they're a full depth drawer that you can actually get all of the depth of the drawer to use. And then each of the drawers, we've created them with such a design in mind that they can actually be lifted out and obviously washed out, cleaned, whatever you need to do. So yeah, they sort of lock in like that and then go in under. Beautiful. But they can't come out. So yeah, all beautiful hardware. We pretty much here at BH Engineering, we pretty much only use stainless steel hardware. So all your nuts and bolts are all stainless, unless it's a component that's been supplied to us, like the threads on these locks are not stainless, but we incorporate, you know, stainless washers and stainless nuts. But every other nut and bolt pretty much on these, rivets, nuts, hurts, whatever we use, 9 times out of 10 stainless. So we don't stimp on that quality side of things. Beautiful EPDM rubber. Seals really well. These boxes seal amazing. They're really, really good. So that's that side, obviously, which is just a brief walkthrough. Oh, and then of course this has been wired up for central locking. So all the toolboxes are on the central locking of the car, which is also pretty cool. So you've got that set up, you've got the box across the top. We did the carry bars as well. And then on the other side, it's much the same, but they wanted just an open box with a shelf in it, which I can't currently get to because there's a truck in the way. So that's a bit of a product overview and a kind of, you know, that's the finished product. So yeah, I think we'll cut that off there and maybe go and do a live testimony and bring it on the Tonic Group, and we'll see what they think of the job. Okay, well, 1 of 3. This is just a bit of a continuation, and we thought we'd include the client this time into a bit of just a testimony and just ask these guys if they're happy with the procedure and everything they've sort of been through. And yeah, we're under a bit of a time constraint, so there is another 2 sets of this exact same setup coming, but we just wanted to get this one to you guys in time to get off to you and tomorrow. So we've got Dom here as Operations Manager, Division Manager of Tonic Group. Richie is also another manager of the company, and obviously you guys wanted a sort of custom setup. Yeah, do you mind explaining what sort of process you went through and what you thought of it?
Always come to us with a bit of an idea of what they wanted, and with the needs on something, come to set with you and just come back with this.
No, really happy doing business with these guys, and hopefully the next 2 are as good as this one.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Sweet. I'll appreciate it, and thanks for allowing us to video you guys, and I know it's always daunting.